Someone special, who could it be? This job's too big for you and me. I need some help, so never fear-o. It looks like a job for a Higglytown hero.
So how's everybody doing? Is everybody okay? Is everybody feeling good? You all got your blankets, your rabbits.
I'm good.
Okay. So basically, I don't know if anybody wants a background.
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck?
I'm good.
I'm good, and in parentheses, falls out of chair, comma, downstairs. Alright, well. Fuck. If anybody wants any background, basically what happened is Undercooked Analysis, a show that I know you were all fans of, being big Creepypasta aficionados.
I never miss an episode.
Of what?
Well, I know Puddy. I know that you're a huge fan, correct?
I love pasta. I cook
little...
pasta all the time from scratch. I love making orchetti.
I think you just made that up, but okay.
No, I didn't. It's Italian for ears, I believe, and they look like little ears. They're fantastic.
Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. There might be some creepy cannibals eating Italians' ears in the story, but we'll see. So yeah, what happened was Undercooked Analysis, Creepypasta podcast that I know you're all familiar with. They had a breakup. They had a little bit of a snit, a bit of a fight. I think what happened was they had a disagreement over the show Codenamed Kids Next Door. If anybody's seen that, and they had an argument over which one would get to be the husbando of number 3. So,
Oh, shit.
yeah, so they had a real big fight. They broke up. They've been doing separate podcasts, just each host with an assortment of friends, and trying to see, I guess, what works and what will eventually replace the show that broke up. And so I called you for that, even though they didn't ask me to do one. I assume that was an oversight. So. So we've got, I guess,
swoop in and steal their viewer base.
Yeah, exactly. Steal their viewer base on their own channel. And
Do you know them?
yeah. So welcome to Awkward Analysis. I'm hoping this will be the replacement show. I guess I should probably go in alphabetical order, introducing everybody.
Wait,
we've got...
hold up.
What?
Sorry.
Okay. We didn't go over this beforehand, but I'm the host. Okay.
Sorry, I'm looking through my computer text files and I see one called I Killed Nia.
But you are Nia.
I know.
I guess Nia introduced herself first. This is Nia. Nia, why don't you tell everybody a bit about yourself?
I'm dead, apparently.
Okay. This is Nia. Nia is a furry. Next on our list, even though we're going out of order now, we've got Puddy Katia. You want to introduce yourself?
I think I'm the most awkward person here, and I play bad video games on the internet.
At youtube.com/ Funhouse Gaming. Oh, Puddy Katia, yes. And then we've got, last but not least, at Z on our list, last on the list, we've got Zombie Mold. Zombie, do you want to tell everybody about yourself?
It is I. I'm super famous and I'm incredibly relevant. Every kid knows me.
I don't know if you might want to walk back that statement. Every kid knows me, man.
Everybody knows me. I'm just mobbed by fans constantly. Always asking about Markiplier.
I gotcha.
They know Markiplier, they don't know you.
Puddy, do you know who Markiplier is?
No. I mean, I think I've seen like drama alerts with him as the thumbnail, but I don't have any interest in.
Basically, all you need to know is Markiplier is sort of like if you mixed Keemstar with PewDiePie.
What?
Oh, okay. Well,
and throw in a little bit of Ugandan Knuckles. And there you go. So yeah, since I have played Minecraft with all of you, I thought we would read some Herobrine material. What do you guys think of that? You all excited?
No. Yes.
I
Indifferent. That's my final answer.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah, I guess we've got introductions out of the way. Do we want to... what they do on the show usually is they have, like, this peppy conversation where they'll, like, talk about, like, Metal Gear Solid or, some kind of pop culture thing. They'll warm up the audience by having a real in-depth discussion about something fun. So you guys want to...
some Twitcher that's been playing it for 5 days straight.
Do you play Metal Gear Solid?
Not currently.
I was going to say it. Peppy convos are great when the hosts have charisma and all that.
Oh, that's a low blow.
That's true.
I have no charisma.
Well. Alright, well, let's just...
You sound way too realistically deflated. You need to pep up.
Pep your step.
Let me, just give me a second here. I gotta get my pep back. Give me a second over here. Hey, everybody, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and smash that bell. Okay. Alright, so let's read a story here. What do you guys say? We read something from Minecraft. I've dropped it in the chat. What we'll do is we'll do this popcorn style. Each one of us reading a paragraph. Except for Zombie Mold, who is elected not to. And, yeah. So who would like to start?
That's not fair.
It's not fair, but Zombie is the most famous
I'll go
one.
First.
So.
I didn't read
functionally
this.
illiterate.
That's fine.
I didn't do my homework. But
That's fine.
I'll go first so I can get out of the way.
Here we go. So this is the original myth of Herobrine.
Let me just...
I'll provide sound effects.
Okay.
I had recently spawned a new world in single-player Minecraft. Everything was normal at first as I began chopping down trees and crafting a workbench. I noticed something move amongst the dense fog. I have a very slow computer, so I have to play it with a tiny render distance. I thought it was a cow, so I pursued it, hoping to grab some hides for armor.
Was that moo or was that oof? Because if it's oofs, that's the wrong game.
That was oofs.
Oh, okay. Zombie Mold, by the way, famous for having a Roblox server.
Yes, that's right.
Yes. Next, I guess, Puddy, would you like to go next?
Sure.
Okay. So we've got... This is an interesting tale so far. We've got a Minecraft player who sees a cow. That's our setup.
Okay. It wasn't a cow, though. Looking back at me was another character with the default skin, but his eyes were empty. I saw no name pop up, and I double-checked to make sure I wasn't in multiplayer mode. He didn't stay long. He looked at me and quickly ran into the fog. I pursued out of curiosity, but he was gone. Is that supposed to be a comma there? Yes,
that sentence does end with a comma. This is Creepypasta, so it'll have problems. But yeah. So what are our thoughts so far? We've got a new Creepypasta icon, and the first thing he does is run away from a child. What do you think? What do you think so far?
I hate this character.
I think it's just occurred to me that I've never actually read this original story.
I don't think I have
that
either.
started this whole thing.
And you call yourself the preeminent Minecraft expert.
I'm a Minecraft god, excuse you.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so...
but how did people believe this at this time? Like, was this... surely this was a meme even in this era. Like, even when this was brand new, this must have been a joke.
Fucking hell. I think the issue is you're dealing with mostly children. I mean, I don't want to say too much about Minecraft's player base, but so yeah, I mean, this and Dedicated Wham, the number 1 and number 2 memes related to Minecraft. I think that basically, since they played along with it, like in the notes, the patch notes, they would reference Herobrine. I think that really helped foster the whole thing, maybe beyond where it would have stayed if they hadn't done that.
They definitely fed the people.
Right. They fed the children. All right. I continued
children
on.
Read patch notes?
God damn it.
Sorry, do they?
Yeah, they would put in the patch notes, they would put things like removed Herobrine as an update.
Yeah, I know. I've seen that, but do children actually read patch notes or?
Maybe.
Well, they used back then. They used to have the patch notes. Like whenever there was an update, it'd be right there on the startup browser.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And plus,
Before
they
they-
had all those YouTubers that would be like, "Hey, everybody, what's up, Minecraft kids? Let's read the patch notes in this video today." So you know,
Wow.
Oh, okay. I'm not hip.
I'm making
so-
that up. I'm just. Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry. Continue.
I continued on with the game, not sure what to think. As I expanded to world, what does that mean? Expanded to world?
You don't want to know.
Okay. As I expanded to world, I saw things that seemed out of place for the random map generator to make. 2x2 tunnels in the rocks. Small, perfect pyramids made of sand in the ocean. And
not
groves...
small, perfect pyramids.
Zombie likes the small, perfect pyramids part.
Illuminati, dude.
And groves of trees with all their leaves cut off. Horrifying. I would constantly think I saw the other player in the deep fog, but I never got a better look at him. The end. No, I tried increasing my render distance to far whenever I thought I saw him, but to no avail.
I'm beginning to think that like the story is made up of all the strange things that can happen in Minecraft sometimes when like worlds generate. Just to make you feel creeped out.
My mom came into the room. Told me to get off Minecraft. I said, but Mom, I already did the dishes.
Minecraft.
So now we're back to Nia, I believe.
Where are we?
Jesus Christ. 4 paragraphs in.
I saved the map and went on the forums to see if anyone else had found the pseudo player. There were none. I created my own topic telling of the man and asking if anyone had a similar experience. The post was deleted within 5 minutes.
Shit.
I tried again, and the topic was deleted even faster.
Ooh.
I received a PM from a user named Herobrine containing one word, stop. When I went to look at Herobrine's profile, the page 404'd.
So wait a minute. Herobrine is a mod on the forum? Wait a minute.
I don't remember this.
I don't either.
You know, it just occurred to me that those pyramids that they're referring to are what expanded into the urban legend where people made summoning altars for Herobrine. Do you remember those?
Yeah.
They were pyramid shaped.
Was it like an E? It was
No.
like an E or an F.
No, it was like a small pyramid or something.
All I was thinking was of the ocean temples.
I remember there was like the gold pyramid that you'd put like the netherrack in the center and then
That's
light it
right,
on
yeah.
fire.
Okay,
Yeah, but I mean, in Minecraft, that's kind of a tiny pyramid, right? Like,
I have to ask you guys something. Have both or either of you tried to summon Herobrine?
I think I did it as a joke.
I've only seen it in the patch notes, and it's always been like, well, I know that's a joke, but I don't feel like looking it up because it's a joke.
I think Zombie has tried to summon Herobrine.
well, for a short period of time, we had a Herobrine mod where you could summon him.
So wait, you had a mod named Herobrine who was a moderator like this one. Is what you're saying.
Not the same mod.
Case closed.
Alright, so Herobrine has sent a private message to our narrator. So I think Puddy is up next.
Okay. I received an email from another forum user. He claimed the mods can read the forum user's messages, so we were safer using email. The emailer claimed that he had seen the mystery player too, and he had a small directory of other users who had seen him as well. Oh, he's a real stalker. Their worlds were littered with obviously man-made features as well, and described their mystery player to have no pupils.
I'm just picturing when they say man-made features, I'm just picturing somewhere out in the desert somebody's built a toilet, you know?
Like the wells.
Yeah. Oh, wow, that's what the wells are. They're Herobrine's toilets, of course. But yeah, so the mods apparently went on to start Facebook because they're reading user messages, but
I was about to say it sounds like Facebook.
Herobrine, Mark Zuckerberg's deceased brother.
Yikes.
Alright, so what do we got here? About a month passed until I heard from my informant again. Now we're in some serious shit. Some of the people...
Informant.
Yeah, informant. Some of the people who had encountered the mystery man had looked into the name Herobrine and found that name to be frequently used by a Swedish gamer. PewDiePie! Is he Swedish?
Yes.
Ah, I found the PewDiePie fan. After some further information gathering, it was revealed to be the brother of Notch, the game's developer. I personally emailed Notch and asked him if he had a brother. It took him a while, but he emailed me back a very short response. My dad worked at Mojang, so I got in touch with Notch. So, there you go.
Is this count as my paragraph?
You have to do a Notch impression, though.
What does not sound like? Extremely Swedish?
No, he sounds like this. He's like, "Hey, everybody, I'm Notch. How are you doing?"
I don't know how to do a Swedish accent.
Okay, take an Icelandic accent and put a little bit of Gaelic in there.
I don't know.
It's like PewDiePie.
Notch emailed me back and he said, "Brofist, can you do this?"
Everybody, I am not.
Oh God. Oh God.
Okay.
You could say it normally if you so choose.
Okay, thank you. Okay. I did, but he's no longer with us. Not. The paragraph.
That was a fantastic impression.
Thank you. Next.
Okay. I haven't seen the mystery man since our first encounter, and I haven't noticed any changes to the world other than my own. What world? Like the real world?
Yeah, the real world. I haven't noticed anything changing in the world unless I do it. That would be actually an interesting story.
I was able to press print screen when I first saw him. Here's the only evidence of his existence.
And then there's where this is posted, there's a picture of Herobrine that we all
remember
know.
that picture.
She has it printed out and hung up on her
No,
wall.
I remember the end of that sentence and then that picture. I think I have read.
She has it printed out, pinned up over her bed.
Yep.
Yep.
Actually, never mind. I'm not gonna go there.
Okay. Anyway. So now we should mention, just for clarity, that Nia is 12. So
yeah. Okay. Yep.
everybody out there, keep your minds out of the gutter. But yeah, so what do you think of the original myth? I mean, there's kind of not much there. It's just Notch's brother's dead, and he's haunting the game for some reason.
I honestly think that bogus.
What?
I don't know. It's been a myth for some. Well, it takes all the like little glitches and stuff that happens in Minecraft, and he just puts a person behind it. And suddenly it's creepy.
True. Zombie, your thoughts?
Like the missing tree leaf. That's the fire that starts when there's a lava near a forest.
And the 2x2 tunnels, those are just
Yeah.
Endermen taking out blocks one by one. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Herobrine. Now, I don't know if you guys want to venture into a longer story, but this is chapter 1 of an ongoing tale.
Oh, it's
right
still
here.
going? Wait, ongoing?
No, what I'm linking right now is chapter 1 of an ongoing tale. And I thought maybe we could attack this in the same way. Paragraph by paragraph. And, I don't know, do you guys think you have time for this 3-chapter story?
3 chapters? Are they all equally this size?
About.
Jesus, who takes the time to do this?
Well,
this is
assume
by
we're
Black
taking
Rose
over,
Love.
so
And you
we can just do this in
Minecraft,
multi-parts.
You have nothing better to do.
That is true. We could make this
right.
part 1. We could make this part 1 of awkward analysis.
I want. Also, I'm not 12.
That's not
I will do this if you do all of the voices.
Please.
So whenever there's a quotation, Torm, you
What?
do the voice.
I'm not reading every quotation. Have you seen how
Yes,
many
you are.
quotation marks there are in this?
Yes, I
Yes,
did. That's
you
what
are.
I suggested.
No. I'll do it if it's my paragraph. I'll do a voice. Okay. How about
Okay.
that?
That's so. Never mind.
All right.
That was a trick. That was
So-
a trick.
So Nia is reading first again, I would assume. Are we keeping the order, or
Sure.
are we? Okay. Here we go. This is the one who died. Chapter
Okay.
1.
It was a rainy day throughout Minecraft. For the
No.
past week, it had. What? Hello? What?
Through
Minecraft, yeah.
Minecraftia.
That's what it says.
Wait,
Minecraftia.
Is that like
Okay.
Celestia? Like in the little
Yes.
town place?
Equestria? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm not
Does it
saying
not say Minecraftia for you?
It does. It does.
It does.
Maybe you cut out. I heard Minecraft, but maybe
Oh.
maybe that was just me.
Here, hang on. Let me adjust.
Adjust.
Here we go.
To
Hello.
everything. Yes.
There we go.
We hear. Hello.
Hello. Okay.
Hello, Nana.
It was a rainy day throughout Minecraftia. For the past week, it had done nothing but rain. Everywhere in Minecraftia, sheets of fat, heavy rain splattered against the windows, pathways, and roofs. The lower valleys were beginning to flood, and lakes and rivers were swelled to dangerous levels.
Jesus Christ. Nia just made that like 110% more dramatic than it was. Oh my
The
God.
council was meeting that day to discuss the unusual weather. They had decided to meet at a castle, if only because it was dry and in a central location. However, the decision was not an easy one, for the castle belonged to a previously unsavory character.
Okay,
Lydia Blake.
Nia, how many paragraphs are you taking?
Go
Wait,
ahead.
where does the paragraph end?
there is no. This is
Well,
I was
poorly
gonna end it.
formatted.
Like,
I was gonna end at the end of the quote.
Okay.
It
if you
ended
wanna
at
do that.
dangerous levels.
That looked like a paragraph to me, so I was gonna.
I was thinking like when you get to like a period and then there's like a break to the next line, but that's just me. That's just a game theory.
Okay, well, okay, well then you can continue.
That's just what I was thinking. If you guys would prefer to do it otherwise, that's fine.
Wait, I see paragraphs, semi-paragraphs.
Listen, everybody.
Linda.
I'm the host.
Linda. Okay.
I'm the host.
Okay. You choose what you want to do then. Do you want me to say Lydia Blake or do you want to say Lydia
Why
Blake?
don't you take Lydia Blake?
Mm-hmm.
And that if that will make you happy.
Okay. I will continue reading. Lydia Blake was helping her fiancé get ready for the meeting. It was a difficult task. The man kept wiggling and fidgeting, nervous about hosting the meeting.
He was a
He
poodle.
almost swatted away her A what?
He was a poodle.
A poodle?
Yeah,
Oh, 'cause
he's
he
just
was-
fidgeting
okay.
and wagging his tail.
He almost swatted away her hands when she tried fastening his tie tab.
I just want to point out that is the wrong fiance there.
What is it?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
with
It's
two
got
E's?
an E at the end. That means it's a girl.
Oh.
The double
Let's be
E.
honest.
The double E means it's a lady.
Well, let's not be judgmental here.
Well, they just called it a dude, so I'm not.
They called it a
taking
dude.
context.
My God.
This was released on New Year's of 2013.
God.
No excuse.
All right. So, Nia, are you continuing to take the entire story,
no, this,
or okay?
no,
Okay,
you
I
can
got
go
it.
I
next.
get
now.
to read one line. No, I'm next.
Yeah.
I'll take.
why
the
don't we?
one.
Why don't we just read until we're comfortable
Yeah,
with
go.
being done?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Puddy.
The-
That's you.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll read this one line.
No.
She found. Calm down. Just do a fine job hosting. All right, there I'm done.
Are they hosting the wedding or a Minecraft server?
Both.
Illuminati.
On a Minecraft server.
Who would have a wedding on a Minecraft server? That's silly. Right, Zombie?
Hey,
I'm
Hey.
the one that has like 12 different wedding gems.
Nia has been married 12 times. One for each year of her life.
All of them have quit, by the way. I just want to put that up.
Like right after the ceremony,
Even
they
one
just
of them-
never
one of
show
them-
up again.
One of them was an admin, I believe, or a mod, and they quit.
Is that a divorce? Quitting?
Yeah. Yeah.
Zombie, can you confirm or deny that the administrator or mod quit because specifically they got married to Nia?
I don't remember this. I don't know why I don't remember this.
Duke.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well then, yeah.
Oh, okay, that explains it. All right. That's not what I'm That's not what I'm worried about, he said eloquently, looking at himself in a large wall mirror. His shirt was crisp, pure white silk, delicately embroidered with gold and silver designs at the duffs. He was wearing gray pants and a matching tie, upon Lydia's request. He would have preferred black. I'm worried about what might become of this meeting. What if the rain is more than normal water? He trailed off. Lydia stood in front of him and straightened his collar a bit. And if it isn't, you'll stop whoever and whatever caused it, because you are a hero. She stood on her
Roger Rabbit is in this story.
Please, Eddie! Fucking hell. She stood on her tiptoes and kissed him on the nose. Or she stood on her nose and kissed him on the toes. He leaned down and kissed her softly. He would never admit it, but he was also worried about her. As a blessed child of Notch, she would always be in danger. You, child of Notch, go forth. A pawn of some evil force could use to destroy the world, his creation. It didn't help that in his euphoria of bringing her back to life, he had insisted on making her immortal like him. Notch is immortal. And because of that, she'd be in danger forever, and it was his fault. So how are we feeling about this so far?
How can she be in danger?
It's reminding me, it's very familiar, actually.
Is this basically just a description of your wedding?
No, I've not written anything like this. I maybe was featured in something like this.
Good God. All right, so is it Zombie's turn? Oh wait, no, it's Nia's turn now.
Where are we?
What? Are you okay? Are you reading along, or are you like doing ball in a cup, or what?
Every time I look away, I lose where we are.
Every time I look away.
Okay, you ended at critically.
No, and it was his fault.
Okay.
One line up. There you go.
His fiancée pulled... Wait, what? Oh, yeah. His fiancée pulled away, smirking. She fussed with his tie before nodding approvingly. There. Perfect. He ran a hand through He ran a hand through his hair and looked at himself critically. Perhaps I should fake illness and not make an appearance. Lydia, who had crossed behind the man to pick up a comb, smacked him on the back of the head.
Boy, I tell you, those women always touching your tie and hitting you in the head. That's...
That would be the move of a coward. You are many things, Herobrine. Hello? You are many things, Herobrine, but you are not a coward, she said sternly. He exhaled silently.
So, her fiancé is Herobrine. Just dropping that for you.
So, her uncle?
Wait, she's marrying her uncle?
She's marrying her uncle!
Oh my god!
Holy shit!
Wait, hold on.
Oh, are you gonna go do the family tree? You gonna go into the lab and do the science on this one?
Okay, so who's... Wait, so her dad is Notch?
So, I unless we're misreading, yes.
Wait, unless she said daughter of Notch, like a blessed child of Notch, like a religion, like Notch is a god.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
So she's marrying the brother of God, who is the creator,
Yes.
who is then her father. Okay.
So she's marrying Jesus.
But by the way, Jesus, when he left us, it was because Nia married him the day before. I'm out of here. Goodbye.
Okay. You have no idea, he murmured under his breath, too low for her to hear. No idea. Squiggly, squiggly, squiggly.
Okay.
Your turn.
My turn?
I would assume so.
Unless we're skipping me, that's...
Why would we skip you?
Well, isn't it your turn?
No, it's me next.
Oh, okay.
God damn.
It's alphabetical.
Do I have to write this down in the chat?
No.
Herobrine, I'm going to say it different from everyone else,
Oh my god.
had been sure to send another portal to each of the council members' homes. He had also made sure there were safe pathways leading from those portals to the portal he had erected in the entrance hall of his palace.
So basically, he sent them a box of obsidian and a flint and steel.
Yeah.
Here's your portal.
Included.
Hey, game theory. Why don't you sign up? Why don't you sign up for Portal Crate? Get a portal shipped to your house every month. Anyway.
A gesture of convenience he hoped would put the council members in a good mood. Of course, you never knew with people who had once been your enemy. Oh, jeez.
Ooh.
The banquet hall had been aired out for the occasion. Okay. Lydia having personally seen to the work. However, she insisted in bringing in flowered from the now drowned garden. Herobrine paced the length of the hall, his eyes never leaving the rainbow of carnations in the corner he was glaring at. For the briefest of moments, he wondered how Lydia and the gardener were able to grow such vibrantly colored carnations.
They must be fucking...
Bone meal.
Sorry, what now?
Be bone meal, right?
Yeah, bone meal.
thought he
Does
didn't have-
Minecraft have carnations?
No.
That is a good question.
Okay,
I
my
should know that,
immersion
but
is
I do not.
broken, so...
But he doesn't have pupils.
I
How
know,
is he
right?
glaring at things?
They're just so vibrantly bright that you just can't see into them. You can only see out.
It's like, some people can,
Like a
taste
headlight.
colors, you know?
What's the point of the myth if he doesn't have pupils, but he's just like total? It's all normal. Like, is he supernatural in this story? Like
They never
the
talk about his eyes. They just made it that way.
he's some dead god of some kind,
Maybe
right?
this is before he died.
Oh, is this a prequel?
Maybe.
This
I
might
don't
be
know
a
why
prequel.
somebody would be marrying a ghost.
Hey,
No,
don't put it
might
past
be
people.
onto something here.
I mean, Nia essentially is married to a bunch of ghosts.
Pretty much. Yeah.
All right, so is this my turn now, Puddy? You're
Yeah, I'm done.
oh, you're bowing out. Okay. He shook his head and looked into an appearing mirror. Okay, fussing with his tie. I guess it just
His
appeared
tie
in
is
front of him.
his
His
tie is a
tie's-
mess all the time. What's going on there?
Yeah, I
Know
don't
how to
know.
tie it. You know, some guys just don't know how to tie ties, and that's okay.
Maybe it's hard with block hands. You know, he's got the square hands.
That's no thumbs.
Yeah. It's not a tie; it's a lead. He's just okay. Anyway, joining the council had been a bad idea, probably because it hadn't been Lydia's. Okay, so I think Lydia is our
He's
Mary
pussy
Sue.
whipped.
Yeah, there you go. He had come. The idea of Herobrine being pussy whipped. Yes, dear. He had come
You're
up. With,
late for dinner.
he had come up with the notion after the incident, when he was drunk out of his mind. Well, he wasn't out of his mind. Okay, that's fine. Being a god. Oh, he is a god. Okay. He always kept a constant level of higher thinking. But he had felt and acted drunk. He flicked a few locks of his silvery blonde hair. Does anybody remember that from the Herobrine
I
mythos?
don't remember.
No.
He had
Having blonde hair.
Sephiroth. It had grown longer, brushing against the bottom of his collar. This must be a prequel.
He's
He re-
Jesus.
Yeah, he's Jesus. Silvery blonde Jesus. He reached behind his... that was my band name in high school, by the way, Silvery Blonde Jesus. I'm stealing that joke back from somebody on the show. He reached behind his head and gathered it together in a small ponytail, turning his head to the side. Someone cleared their throat at the door. That was more like choking to death, but okay. Somebody choked to death in the hallway. The god spun around, waving the mirror away. One of the ghost servants Notch had given him stood at the door. Nia, this looks like it's for you. All these quotes.
My lord, your guests have arrived. Shall I lead them in? Yes.
She's an elderly vampire.
Yes, Herobrine said, fixing his tie one last time, and asked the cook to prepare a few cups of coffee. Coffee, sir, not tea. I think coffee would be appropriate for the council members. The butler nodded, turning to walk away. Oh, and asked the cook to have a bit of ale ready just in case. The butler turned back and bowed. Of course, sir.
Oh my god.
The butler left, and
Oh no.
and he
Okay. Wait.
counseled-
Read it. Read it as written. As written.
The butler left, and council members slowly shuffled into the hall. Herobrine spied Honeydew. Oh no!
Wait, what?
Who are these people?
This is.
Okay,
Honeydew.
Flipper. Bring it down a notch. Get it, Notch?
and Zephos are those people from Yogscast.
Oh my god!
Shadow of Israfel.
So these are Yogcast people appearing in the prequel.
So they're a part of the official lore now.
I just
apparently.
realized if you look in the pictures on the side, you can see the Yogscast characters wrestling on like some kind of carpet.
Okay. Well, this is DeviantArt.
Yeah, careful. Careful with the adjacent images.
Herobrine inflated. Yeah.
Stop. Okay. Herobrine spied Honeydew and Zephos mumbling and looking around the hall. The former in awe. What? The former in awe, the latter in skepticism.
Ooh.
The gruff King Iwan of the dwarves shoved past the two heroes, grumbling. Herobrine recalled when he had held his trusty obsidian blade at the king's throat. The thought almost made him yearn for the old days.
Oh my god. Puddy, I hate to say it, but
My turn.
you're still involved in this, and I know it's torture.
I got sidetracked looking at the images.
The inflation porn.
What did I say?
When you said it, it just made me want to look even more.
Captain Sparkles, Vord, no.
Oh my god! Oh my god, it says featured in groups the Yogcast.
Okay. A hand clamped down on the god's shoulder. He turned to see Professor Oslo and Orion standing next to him, smiling. The professor's salt and pepper hair was lighter than a Herobrine remembered. Herobrine, my favorite god. How have you been? It's been a while.
Okay.
Wait a
How's
minute.
Lydia? Adjusting well?
Herobrine, my favorite god. Forget that other guy. Oh man. I hope that he's not a jealous god. Oh wait, yeah.
Sir, I'm
Wait.
the only god you know, Herobrine muttered offhand. I'm doing quite well, as is Lydia. She seems at home. The cook and gardener have grown accustomed to working with her next to them. The professor chuckled.
Are we implying a menage a trois?
What?
Nobody
Well, when
explained it
you're-
to Nia. She's only 12.
When you're immortal gods, you know, you gotta spice it up.
True.
So when them saying that makes me envision some kind of Mount Olympus kind of situation going on, because I assume that Notch is like Zeus, right?
Right. Pretty much, I would
So-
assume.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm starting to get from this.
So he's just turning into animals randomly and knocking people up on Earth.
Isn't that what Herobrine does? Like, wasn't that his thing? That like he turned into like animals and
I
spied on
think
people?
we'll find out.
I'm just picturing, like, the Bible, according to Notch, where it's like, and with a tip of his fedora, he said.
Onwards,
Yes.
milady.
My lady.
All right. By the way, there is a chance, I haven't read this, there is a chance Markiplier could show up in this. Based on what we've seen.
No.
Oh, God.
I
Doesn't
would
surprise
dialogue.
me. Oh, wait, sorry. Doesn't surprise me. She could never settle on the life of being waited on. He continued chuckling. I promised Zombie I would do voices. I didn't say they'd be good. He continued chuckling as if he was amused at some joke only he was privy to, and sauntered off to greet the other council members. Orion shook Herobrine's hand politely. Over the past year, Orion had come out of his shell, no doubt thanks to Lydia and Lucy's constant poking and prodding. He had moved out of the ancient tower in the woods to a much grander one in New Mistral. Am I pronouncing that right? Is that a thing?
I think so.
Okay.
Yes.
He had opened a potion shop, now the best in the city, as he would get the rarest ingredients in the Nether from Herobrine. He was a celebrity, practically, not only for having helped save the world, but also for being one of the most eligible bachelors in New Mistral.
Jesus.
It's funny because I when I was talking to Zombie about this, and he said he might not comment very much, I said, every so often you could chime in with Jesus. Lo and behold.
Jesus.
Wait a minute. Is that from Heavy Rain? Jesus.
No,
Jesus.
Jason.
Jesus. Jesus.
Oh my god.
Anyway, so now it's Nia's turn again. If you ask where we are, I swear to God.
No, I know where we are.
I swear to Notch.
However, he looked tired, with dark bags under his eyes that quite complemented his sweater. The grip on Herobrine's hand was more so than usual.
Was where?
That's the wrong where, I think.
I think it's supposed to be weak.
Weird.
Oh, yeah, that.
Weird.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Weird.
It was
Tired? Herobrine asked slightly. I bit, Orion. Releasing his hand. It's been a while since I've had a decent night's sleep. Too busy entertaining all those ladies to sleep, Alchemist. A snarky
Too
voice
much poking and prodding.
Yeah.
said behind them. They turned. They turned, having to look down to see the face of the short, blonde Skylord before them. Of course, it wouldn't surprise me after what the daft reporter wrote in the paper. Don't get me started on that article, Herobrine blinked. What was written in this article?
PewDiePie, white nationalist, alt-right supporter. That's the article.
It wouldn't surprise me if everything she wrote was true, Lucy sniffed pretentiously. Nothing is true. The only thing in that article that wasn't fiction was my name, and she spelt it wrong, Orion groaned. Lucy snickered.
Wait a minute. Is this author talking about spelling things wrong?
All right.
Projecting.
What are you talking about? What article? Herobrine asked desperately. And then she made up some ridiculous sob story about my family when I didn't even mention they were dead. Notch. It was ridiculous. Orion took a deep breath, controlling his temper. Better than... Wait, did he... Okay. Did he just, like, bless Notch in front of him? Like, he just said Notch, like, people would say...
Yeah,
no.
yeah, I think you're right.
He just said Notch in front of Herobrine.
Yeah.
Like saying Jesus, it was ridiculous?
Yeah, it was like saying, oh, God, like, Notch.
By the way, is Orion something? Or because I mean,
I don't remember.
I know Orion was a
Lucy
god.
something?
But let me just quickly go.
I
Orion.
think Lucy
Minecraft.
is... It's funny, because I think... Okay, so, Yogg's cast, there's Simon and the other guy. And one of them is married to a Lucy, I think. Like, for real.
I see Orion Network as Minecraft servers, but I don't know. That doesn't seem right. Nope. All right, so is this is Nia giving up the talking stick?
No, I'm not done.
We're not done with that paragraph.
Orion took a deep breath, controlling his temper. Better than them knowing the truth, I suppose. Herobrine cleared his throat. As much as I'd love to hear all about this article, I think Lydia would like to hear it more. Oh yeah? Where is that daft girl? Lucy said, shifting her attention to the god. She never writes me anything interesting anymore. It's all Herobrine has been doing this, or Herobrine's been doing that. I'd hate to be rude, but I don't care what you're doing. I want to know what she's been doing.
Oh, damn.
Oh, I want to know how she's been.
Boy, it's some catfight going on here.
Am I going to continue?
I tell you what, why don't you read this and the next 2 chapters?
Here, I know where I'll stop. Hang on. Still rude like always, Orion murmured endearingly. Well, don't be complaining to me. She's upstairs in the library waiting for you two, Herobrine said, frowning. Lucy was about to say something, but Orion grabbed her by her jacket collar like a kitten.
Kittens
Come
don't
on,
wear
Airhead.
jackets.
You're not...
Kittens don't wear jackets.
They wear mittens.
Yeah.
No, but they have, like, neck flesh.
Orion grabbed her by her mitten like a kitten. What?
Come on, Airhead. You're not allowed to talk with the grown-ups. Shut up. I'll be here. Wait, how old is she?
I don't know. We'd have
Shut
to
up.
know the references to who these people are.
I'll be here one day. Just you wait, she shrieked as Orion dragged her out of the Herobrine. Herobrine sighed. At least they weren't at each other's throats.
And then suddenly there was a chicken.
No. No. The god casually adjusted his tie again and sat down at the head of the table.
Oh. Wait, they said for the last time before. They said for the last time he adjusted his tie.
He ran his hand over a black feather quill nest to him, causing it to jump up, quivering, ready to record the meeting to the letter. The other council members slowly took their seats around the table, and the maid came around, placing steaming cups of coffee in front of each of them. Herobrine looked at their faces and took a deep breath. No time like the present. Gentleman and Miss Peculiar, I welcome you to my home. He cringed inwardly. It was scary how much...
Nia, do you feel like this story is talking to you right now? Miss Peculiar?
I would love that name, not even gonna lie. I'd be like a wizard from Hogwarts, and my name would be Miss Peculiar. Gentleman and Miss Peculiar, I welcome you to my home, he cringed inwardly. It was scary how much he had just sounded like his brother. I hope you will find your short stay enjoyable. Short! Don't say long! Enough pleasantries, Herobrine, King Iwin growled. Apparently he hadn't gotten over the sword at his throat. Let's get this done quickly so we can leave this god-forsaken place. Pardon me, Your Majesty, the professor interjected thoughtfully, but I don't think that's an appropriate phrase considering the circumstances.
Nia, where are you stopping, home buddy?
Right there. Right there. That's what I was planning, but I kept saying poop.
And now, Puddy, would you like to read your one paragraph?
Sure.
I assume
Herobrine.
Herobrine. How you doing? My name's Herobrine. My brother's Notch. Maybe you heard of him. Anyway, have you thought about life insurance? Would you like to buy some life insurance?
Herobrine's brother's name is Nooch.
Nooch. I am Nooch. Welcome to Mooncraft.
Herobrine. I can't.
Herobrine.
I wanted to do it, but I can't. I can't do it without.
Peter, our dog Herobrine is dead.
Oh no.
Oh, jeez, Lois.
Oh, no. No.
That took him a second.
Herobrine, however, bit his tongue to hold his temper and nodded curtly, reclining in his chair. You are absolutely right, sire. I am in no authority to lead this. I shall bequeath the floor to you and Lysander? I don't know.
All right, I gotta
the Skylord.
Yeah, I would say. I swear
there's a lot of name dropping in this, and they're not saying who anyone is.
Oh, it's Yogcast again.
Israfel.
Okay, can I be given a pass here to say something incredibly offensive?
Always.
Okay.
Yep.
I looked up Skylord Lysander, who is a member of Yogcast, and on the Yogcast wiki, it has quotes from Skylord Lysander. So the first thing on the page when you load the page is a quote, Jasper, you're a fag.
Whoa.
Yeah. So I'm like, well, that's a nice greeting to looking up who this person
I wonder
is.
if this is like the official writer or something.
Holy God.
Does it say from Israfel?
I don't know. Skylord Lysander, Jesus. All right. Well, anyway, so now at least we know that everybody in this is probably from Yogcast.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry to interrupt, Puddy. You may continue.
The Skylord nodded a thanks to the god and rose, shuffling through a few notes. Gentlemen and Ms. Peculiar, we are here today not to discuss our normal business of taxes and construction, but of this god-forsaken rain plaguing our land. Herobrine cleared his throat.
Oh. So we've established that this meeting is about the rain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm done. You can go ahead. I see a lot of quotes, and I want to hear the voices. Like I was
Yes,
gonna
yes,
keep going,
yes,
but
yes,
I want to
I
hear the
concur.
voices.
God damn it. All right. I'd hate to interrupt, but could we perhaps stop using that term? The two heroes and Isabel snickered. Pardon me, Lysander said, crossly glaring at the three. Anyway, as I was saying, I went over the almanacs from the past 100 years and found no record of this much rainfall continuously previously.
Yeah.
I think you're all overreacting, Zephos chimed in. Am I pronouncing
British.
it right? I think you're all overreacting and I'm British, Zephos chimed in, adding a few lumps of sugar to his coffee. We could easily classify this as just nature paying back for the drought we had a few years ago. Logically, you would think just as much, but that drought was almost 10 years ago, the professor said, taking his glasses off and cleaning them carefully. A little late for Mother Nature to finally repay for it. No, according to my calculations, that drought was made up 4 years ago. He replaced the wire-framed spectacles on his nose. It went on like that for a while. Someone would suggest something, and the professor or Lysander would shoot it down with logic. Herobrine looked into his coffee, having lost interest long before. Tell me about it. The cup which would have gone cold long before, steamed as he traced his first finger around the rim. Zombie's getting excited. Of the fine porcelain cup.
He's got powers.
The quill beside his hand was frantically writing, going through page after page of the logbook as the discussion droned on. So, to be clear, Herobrine's two powers are making things warm by stroking their rim, and making things rise up and wiggle by waving his hand over them.
He made a mirror appear.
That's
No,
true.
that's a quick quotes quill.
Quick quotes quill?
Yeah.
What is
Nobody
that?
reads
What
Harry Potter?
reference is
That's
that?
a Harry Potter thing.
Oh, Harry Potter. That's not
Just cut that out. If,
No.
if you include that in the video, I'm suing.
I've seen all the Harry Potter episodes of the TV show. I know all about it.
Stop. That triggers me.
The conversation was slowly turning into a heated argument between Zephos, Lysander, King Iwan, and the professor. Herobrine and Marianne. Herobrine had resolved himself to watch Honeydew make faces as he doodled on Zephos' papers. What the fuck is this?
I just laugh because of that reference. You just Eliza and Peggy.
Oh my god. So,
Sorry, God.
to catch everybody up here, there's a meeting of Yogcast and Herobrine.
Yeah.
And
That's basically what it is.
they're discussing the rain. And Herobrine is watching one of the Yogscast people make faces while he doodles on another Yogcast member's papers.
I'm
Yeah,
captivated by the
cool.
next sentence.
He's against the grain. He can't, like, he just starts fooling around because he's a cool kid.
Yeah.
Well, Honeydew is the dwarf dude. He's the one that's saying, "I am a dwarf and I'm digging the
Yeah.
hole, diggy hole."
I
That's
see.
that guy.
I see. That makes sense. Wait. Had that is.
Yeah, I'm captivated by that.
I
I
what
don't
was
get
that supposed to be?
Had
with
that
the
is.
context of the previous
I think it's
don't-
supposed to say that is, comma.
Yeah, but why is the had there? And why is it a period?
Just to give everybody listening context, Herobrine had resolved himself to watch Honeydew make faces as he doodled on Zephos' papers. Had that is.
I don't know what that was supposed to be.
By the way, David, if you ever come back to Undercooked Analysis, think about making T-shirts that say "Had that is" on the front.
Please.
That'll be number
I'm
one.
fine.
As soon,
I'm fine.
as soon as the first threat was thrown, the god took it upon himself to stop things. Enough of that, you bloody barbarians! Honestly, I'd thought the cat. Wait, Okay, this is still part of the sentence.
No, you're still part of the sentence.
Yeah. I had thought the council could have a civil conversation, but apparently I was mistaken. I should have realized who the members of the council were. The fucking Yogcast. King Iwan bristled and glared at the god. What an impertinent thing to say. You should learn to speak in place. Is that like running in place? You just... I got nothing. Herobrine narrowed his cold eyes and met the king's glare, his mouth a thin line of pixels. His gaze quickly shattered the king's, and his words were laced with ice. And you should learn when your stubborn arrogance gets the better of you. You forget that I'm a god. I helped create this world, and I can just as easily destroy it in you. So you heard it here, folks. Herobrine co-created the world.
And he can change his voice.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever he wants.
I hope it should be clear I'm not keeping the same voice for anybody because I can't keep track.
Me neither. It's so hard to keep track.
Well, it should have been hollow and monotone.
Oh, that's right. Oh well. Number 5, Burger King Fort Lettuce.
It's number 15.
Number 15. Burger King Fort Lettuce.
Get your memes.
Okay, wait, okay. And you should learn when your stubborn arrogance gets the better of you. You forget that I am a god. I helped create this world. I can just as easily destroy it and you. His voice had taken a hollow, monotone quality. The council members were looking at him with looks akin to horror. Hey, we got something akin to horror in this story.
Finally.
About fucking Herobrine. Honeydew had his hand poised over the paper, ink dripping off his pen. Ooh. And now I'm done.
And now I'm done.
In more ways than one.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just...
Let's have the next 70 paragraphs from Nia.
No, you just read like 3! The god blinked, looking down. He adjusted his tie and cleared his throat, slowly sitting where he realized he'd gotten up. Excuse me, he said as quietly and casually as possible, taking a sip from his coffee. Please continue.
He's fucking with his tie again.
Lysander swallowed a large gulp of cold drink.
I like to think he just has like a Slurpee. There you go.
Well, since it seems we are at a standstill, do you have any suggestions, Herobrine? Herobrine shook his head, standing back up and nodding politely. Perhaps when I come back, I'll have some sort of idea. Without waiting for words of consent or protest, the god dashed out of the room. What? What?
He sprinted out.
He just ran. He's like, well, bye, and just goes.
Without waiting for words of contest or protest, or consent or protest, he crouched 3 times and sprinted out.
He literally was like, he stood up, he's like, I really gotta go to the bathroom, and just left. Like, he was just gone.
He has been drinking coffee.
He has. He breathed deeply, his head swimming as he ran outside into the drowned garden and sat down on one of the drowned marble and the drowned iron benches. He looked at the water drowning his pants as the river flowed over his butt.
He was too late to the bathroom.
That's not what it actually said. He looked at the waterlogged plants as the river flowed over his black leather shoes. A rainbow of carnation petals, now dingy and soggy and gray, floated along the current, twisting and dipping in an elaborate dance of death.
Jesus.
Water ran into his eyes, clouding... What? Is he drowning? Is he drowning right now?
Yes.
Is that how he lost his eyes?
I'm not crying, Herobrine said. Water is running into my eyes.
Is this how he lost his eyes?
Yes! He went blind from his eyes drowning.
Because it follows up there that it says, not that he needed to see.
Oh, damn.
Oh.
So that was a little...
Like, not that he needed to get
he's
drunk, he
with
just
power.
pretends to get drunk. That's
guess.
what he said earlier.
He glares for
Exactly.
effect, I guess.
Gloweth.
Ugh.
Water ran into his eyes, clouding his vision. Not that he needed to see. He was thinking hard, trying to figure out what had caused him to snap. It had been years since he'd talked so coldly and violently. He learned to how to control himself, how to act refined and eloquent in the presence of humans, how to socialize and coexist with his brother's creations. He had taught himself how to not hate his mother and brother and everything they'd ever done. He thought he'd done a good job at it, too. Apparently not.
So, real question, legit. Is Herobrine an allegory for Lucifer at this point? He tried to love his father's creations, or his brother. You know?
Who's the brother?
Notch?
I thought it was the oh no, well, who's the mother?
We don't know.
Notch's mother?
Nia, I believe, is the mother.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello, son!
I don't remember this. I was very heavily intoxicated with a god.
Oh, man. No comment.
Whoever's next.
Oh,
He
okay.
sighed in resignation and peeled his hair off his face, slicking it back tight against his scalp. I thought it was in a ponytail.
I thought he had long hair.
Yeah.
How could he slick it
It
back?
was a little ponytail. There really was nothing to do. He would end the council meeting as fast as possible and send them on their way. He could have just done that instead of running.
Yeah. He's like, I'm not feeling well, everyone leave.
Yeah,
He's,
take a
he
dump.
is royalty, right? Like, he can do
No,
that.
he's a god.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's even more than royalty.
He can just stop the rain. If he can
Pretty much.
destroy the world, he
What?
can destroy the rain.
Stop the rain!
Somebody stop this!
Stop the rain!
At the very least, he could tell Notch to stop the rain.
It doesn't make sense.
Right?
There's weather commands in the...
That would be funny if this ended
Weather
with
clear.
if this ended with Herobrine opened the command console.
This is all just a journey to find a command block.
Yeah.
And then they find out that the cheats aren't enabled or whatever it is.
Oh no.
And in the morning, he would send each of them a letter of resignation stating how he was unfit to be part of the council.
I quit being Herobrine. I resign.
Stop being a
I got
god.
wet in the rain. I'm upset. I'm leaving.
So I hear Herobrine quit the other day. Quit being Herobrine. What caused that? Oh, rain. Oh, okay.
He got a little soaked.
Yeah.
Harry Bryan slowly walked back to the castle, his butler standing inside waiting with a towel and a steaming mug on a tray.
Does anybody else picture the butler from Tomb Raider?
I pictured like a really old, like haggard man.
Yep.
So me.
I'll stop so Torm can...
Oh, fucking...
Agreed.
Okay, this is mutiny, basically.
I'll do it.
Well, it's my turn. I should. If I don't do it, then Zombie's gonna ban me.
That's right.
Sir, I realize you are a god and not susceptible to aging and most diseases, but you can still catch cold. No, what?
No, you can't. What? That's what you just said.
I know you're a god, but you'll catch a cold out in the rain. And given the current circumstances, a cold would not be in your best interest. Is it ever? Is a cold ever in your best interest? Also, please remove your shoes so I can have them dried immediately. They are expensive, so I don't want them to get ruined. Fuck.
Why would he care?
I don't know. This is like Alfred. Herobrine has his own Alfred.
Yeah, it's basically Alfred.
Master Herobrine. Herobrine sighed, wedging his finger into the sole of his shoes and peeling them off.
Wait, hang on. Okay, so I'm imagining a god, right? There's a god sitting out in the rain, all sad, throwing a fit about his family, and his butler told him to take off his shoes because he doesn't want them to get wet. He's sitting there like, fuck.
Plus,
Yeah.
what could the shoes be made out of? There's just cows. There's just leather. That's it.
out there. That's so true.
Oh, maybe they're rabbit feet?
Leather and wool and feathers. That's all they have for clothing.
I see. So he's got wool and feather shoes. Let's not be ridiculous.
I'm sure it's leather with wool on the inside.
We're trying to stick to realism in this story. Wool and feather shoes, totally outlandish.
They got a sick enchant on them.
That's true.
Featherfall.
And now, Herobrine, as a edgy teenager, I would not mind having a cold. I wouldn't have to deal with this council business. He took the mug, draining it, and rubbed his head with the warm, fluffy towel.
He sounds like an angsty teenager. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like he sounds so much better this way. Like, he sounds so much better.
I never asked to be a god.
So, but he's implying that if he caught a cold, he could opt out of council duties.
So he's
Like
basically
he's
I
skipping
don't
school or
wanna go
something.
to school.
I wouldn't believe it. Like, if he said he had a cold, I'd know it was an excuse. Even if he really had one.
Herobrine has a cold. He can't attend. Oh, man. You may want to rethink that when you see what the council discovered in your absence. So in the 5 minutes he's been out crying in the rain,
Yeah, how does he know?
the butler led Herobrine from the back parlor to the front hall, where the council was
Butler's actually
convened.
Notch.
Nia, it's back to you, kid.
What?
It's back to you, man. It's your turn now. I'm done. I checked out.
Okay. They were standing around the nether portal, staring at it as if it was alien. Herobrine carefully pushed his way through the crowd. He blinked. Water running over his toes.
This is mildly foot fetishistic.
He looked down at the miniature creek running over the marble tiles. What the? He mumbled as his eyes running up the current of the source of water. The portal was leaking. He blinked again, this time in disbelief. Is the portal leaking water? It would appear so, Zethos quipped. Without thinking, Herobrine jumped through the portal. The god expected his feet to burn on the searing rock, but they didn't. He looked around desperately for fire and lava, but saw nothing but rivers of rising...
Nia.
Slave.
Nia,
What?
read it as written. How dare you?
He looked around desperately for fire and lave, but saw nothing but rivers of rushing water, glowstone dust, and mushrooms swirling in the current. The path he had erected had been washed away. He ran over to the cliff where below he knew there was a massive sea of lava, and fell to the soaked rock looking over... What? Wait. He ran over to the cliff where below he knew there was a massive sea of lava, and fell to the soaked rock. Looking over the edge, there was an ocean of not lava, but water below, a layer of obsidian, just under the calm surface. Hello? Wait, he just jumped, like he knew he was gonna burn when he got in there.
No.
So he just...
I think it's implying that he sort of fell to his knees to lean over the rock.
Oh,
Right.
I was like he just jumped like
Right.
off the cliff into some lava.
His mind is blown. And if you just read the patch notes, he would say you can now place water in the nether. That's all it is.
Rising slowly with an expression of horror gracing his face, Herobrine walked through the nether portal back to the overworld. He quickly sent the portal away and fell to the groan.
Fell to the ground! Oh! Oh!
He's throwing a fit! He pulled his knees up to his chest and covered his face with his hands. Professor Oslo gently patted Herobrine on the shoulder. I think we can safely assume this water's not natural, Lysander said grimly. Herobrine let out a strangled cry. We can also conclude that no one is going home tonight.
Oh no.
Dun,
Ooh,
dun,
cliffhanger.
dun.
End chapter 1. Okay, so now let's move on to chapter 2.
Did you just swear in my Notch server?
Okay, I'm assuming that everybody has places they'd rather be, but I'm gonna link this just so you can see. Just so you can see.
The one who died. Chapter 2.
Just so you can see. The one who died, chapter 2.
Beautiful. Oh.
Does anybody feel like they have to know how this ends?
Not tonight.
I'm down for anything because I'm a neat, but
Well, I tell
say
you what.
leave it there, and
Yeah.
the folks can decide if they want to
continue
reconvene.
This we'll leave it there. We'll say this is part 1 of awkward analysis. Again, I think that we have a good chance of replacing the actual show. I think that the problem was these guys fighting with each other. They probably, replace them all. I say, get rid of all of them, all 3.
Someone's typing.
sorry.
Somebody's writing a comment on the story, and it's just fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
No, Nia, no.
There's no comments.
Aw, well,
There's tons of comments.
that's sad.
No comments have been added yet.
So,
I've seen. There's a bunch of comments here.
On
all
the
right.
first one or the second one?
First one.
Oh,
Oh, well, look at the second one.
Nia's probably looking at the
Done.
second one like a crazy person.
Yeah. Well, ha.
Oh, I like the first comment here that starts out with Herobrine doesn't belong to Mojang, but whatever. Okay. Okay.
Who is Met? Okay.
Okay. Well, so that's part 1 of a series. We'll be back
Woo!
probably
Woo!
next week with part 2. And yeah, let's
in
do
next
some
time.
let's do some outroductions.
What
What is what?
What is an outroduction?
An outroduction is an outro introduction. So we'll just say we'll do some
Okay.
plugs. We'll do some plugs.
Bye,
We'll tell
I'm
people.
Nia.
Nia, what do you want to plug? What's your project? What do you want people to go subscribe to or like or smash a bell or ding
I
a
don't
button?
have anything interesting going on in my life.
Okay,
just say
Puddy.
hi to Tormental.
You can find Nia on VR chat if you look hard enough.
Mm-hmm.
I already plugged myself. I don't.
Puddy
plug
Puddy does gaming videos. She does what is it called? Salty spectacular gameplay videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Salty.
Retro Steam plays. Let's
Badly
get steamy.
reviewed Steam games.
She has a series called Let's Get Steamy.
I don't review them. I just play them.
Yeah.
They have bad reviews on Steam, and I play them.
She plays the worst games on Steam.
Yes,
Check her
there
out,
you go.
Puddy Katia.
Thanks for the
on
plug.
YouTube. And Zombie Mold. You can find him on Mindplex, which is a server he runs.
Yes. No. I own all of Minecraft. In fact.
Okay. Zombie Mold is not.
They already know about
He
me.
is Notch.
Come on.
No,
Confirmed.
he's the third
Are you
brother.
a god?
Oh.
Zombie Mold, are you a god?
Can you shape shift?
Yeah.
Shape shift?
IPdiamond.voxmc.com.
Yes, I can do /God, and I will be in God mode.
You're always God mode.
Yeah. So yeah, you can find him at voxmc.com. And I'm Slime Beast. And this is my channel now. I run Undercooked Analysis. So, yeah. Does anybody have any
correct.
parting words or chicken clucks?
Oof.